Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. Just a quick one for you, just give you some new players just like myself a quick heads up. Of course, if you've been playing the JP version, then you already know, you know, okay, like this isn't for you. Come back another time or just watch, for entertainment purposes. But while you're there, if you could drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new, that'd be very much appreciated. But just a quick one, going through one of the events or one of the modes. I can't remember what level you need to get to, or not level, but where you need to get up to in the campaign. But you unlock something called VE Tower, which I haven't attempted yet, but it kind of reminds me of like an arcade mode from like Street Fighter or something, or like the literal, I think, what is it called, Tower mode or something from Mortal Kombat that I've seen, where you go up different floors, it gets different, like harder and harder. You face a bunch of enemies, you have an overall difficulty before that, you get rewards, gems, things like that. But you get something called VE medals, which are those green things down there that you can use in the gear shop. The only thing is, when you're doing the VE Tower, you can't use, you can only use certain units, or not certain units, but a set amount of units on each floor. Like once you use them on one part, you can't use them again. So you're going to need to kind of make sure your units are kind of leveled up, maybe some progress into the ability board, maybe you want to wait until you pick up some more, better units, maybe some more URs, but make sure your units are prepared, okay? But I do strongly advise, once you're ready to go grind it. So from the first floor, what I saw, you get 500 VE medals. You already start with 500, so maybe grinding them isn't going to take that long, which is also fantastic, especially if you can get through it. But in the shop, in the gear shop from the VE Tower medals, you can pick up this free-to-play UR All Might. That's right, a free-to-play UR. Just from grinding the game. So far, this game has been very free-to-play friendly, like very, very free-to-play friendly, which I highly rate. But by using 8,000 VE medals, you can pick up a UR All Might. Already, that's dope. A free-to-play UR, and of all characters, All Might, dope. So already sick. But for a free-to-play unit, from what I know about this game and things I've picked up on of what units are good and what makes them good, and their skills, etc., and what they do, considering from what I've seen from like the pullable All Might's main thing is doing damage and getting his gauge up quickly and then doing more damage. So for a free-to-play alternative, this is pretty good, especially if you're a free-to-play player. I highly recommend. Obviously, no doubt, even if you're not free to play, obviously still grind these, but especially if you're free to play, you're not going to be buying any gems, you have limited resources in terms of summoning when it comes to tickets, and specifically gems themselves. Make sure you're prepared, get your account stacked up, get your units leveled up, as I said, some progress in the ability board, make sure you've re-rolled a decent amount of URs to help you, and get grinding the VE Tower, because you can add a UR All Might to your collection, and help your account. As you see there, Detroit Smash, deals 650% to a single opponent, also makes all allies static, ecstatic, sorry, for 3 turns. You've got Texas Smash, which deals 350% damage to a single opponent. That's big damage. Skill impact is increased by 40%. That's pretty good if the opponent is in the League of Villains. Then he has number 1 hero, which is his action skill, which increases character's plus ultra gauge by 80%. 80! That's insane, And then you got Precarious Situation, sorry, which is increased character's power by 30% when HP is 50% or higher, which, that means you're activating that almost immediately. Also decreases character's power and speed by 3% per turn. That's some downside, but with the amount of damage you'll be doing with not only like the other 2 units on your team, but mainly All Might, it's not really too much of a concern. When you're doing the amount of damage you do, you don't have to you worry about that too much. Especially if you leveled him up to 80, you start, progressing through his character board, upgraded him, got a memory on him. That takes away even more of, the time factor as he loses power and, becomes slow, which is only by 3%. So, it kind of counteracts it. Then he's got Hero over Hero. Hero over Hero? Am I reading okay today? What? Heart of a Hero When HP is below for 50% once per battle, gives character ability to make a last stand one time and increases character's power by 40% for 3 turns. Now, I haven't experienced last stand, but I'm pretty sure it essentially works as like surviving a KO or like, you know, having sturdy in Pokemon. You survive. And on top of that, he's getting 40% increase to his character's into his power for 3 turns, which means All Might's doing even more damage on top of that. Can you imagine that combined with one of his, you know, his skills, his quirk, or like using his ultimate? I don't actually know if that's what it's called. His plus ultra move, basically his ultimate. Can you imagine how much damage this man's doing? So yeah, I highly advise you get on that. Make sure your characters and your accounts prep to be grinding the VE tower to get the medals, to get this All Might, especially if you're free to play. You might have some slight issues, of course, especially if you didn't re-roll to have like, you know, numerous amounts of URs and you haven't got ultimately lucky in any summons you've done, tickets or gems regardless. But especially if you're free to play, definitely grind this All Might. So you'll be a definite help to your account. And even then, you can pick up more recruit tickets from here as well. You can pick up pieces, which means you can upgrade his ability board, you know, on the other route with pieces as well. You've also got a UR limit break. Make sure you're grinding VE tower, man, especially if you're free to play. Like, just even more so if you're free to play, okay? It seems highly worth it. I haven't given it a go yet, but I will do. But yeah, I don't know if I have the units right now to be able to get through that. But yeah, definitely grind it. I'll see you next video, guys. I'm going to be streaming again later today as well. Going to be streaming some more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. If I can stream early enough, I might play some other things as well. But I hope to see you there. Link in the description down below. I'll pin it in the comments again for you. But I'll see you next video, guys. And peace.